Karan Jain. Here we start. All of you, I would like to thank all of you that now I have 100 subscribers. So it's great for me that in 2 weeks I have 100 subscribers. So thank you very much for liking my videos. So today we start with our post transcriptional modifications. Before this, you can also watch my 3 videos on transcriptional modifications, transcriptional processes, that is transcription in prokaryote, the other is transcription in eukaryote, and the third one is difference between prokaryote and eukaryote. And now we come to the post transcriptional modifications. So what are these post transcriptional modifications? So we know that in prokaryote the transcription is very simple. With the transcription even the protein synthesis starts, but in eukaryotes there requires a lot of modification. So we start with this post transcriptional modification. Now modifications of prokaryotic primary transcript. So primary transcript of prokaryotic transfer RNA and ribosomal RNA are post transcriptionally modified by removing extra nucleotides. So only extra nucleotides which were attached at the starting of the synthesis of RNA. At that time the new primer nucleotides were attached, that has to be removed. Only this removing is needed in prokaryotes. Transfers RNA are then further modified to acquire special characters unique to transfer RNA. Then in prokaryotic organism, the primary transcript of messenger RNA encoding genes begin to serve as translation templates. So at the same time translation is starting therein with the transcription, even before the transcription has not completed. This is because the site of transcription is not compartmentalized into nucleus as it is eukaryotic organism. So there is no compartment, like nucleus is not specified there. It takes place in cytoplasm only. But in eukaryotes we have nucleus separate where the messenger RNA is synthesized, but the protein is synthesized in the cytosol. So the messenger RNA transfers. So all the RNAs are transferred to cytosol. So in prokaryote there is no such mechanism, as there is no separate nucleus present. Then in prokaryotes are subjected, these prokaryotes are messenger RNA are subjected to very little or less processing, because there is no need of as the same unit synthesizes protein. So here we can see this gene, these are continuous genes. So transcription, only these extra genes or nucleotides are removed and DNA is converted to RNA. At the same time protein synthesis starts. Then now we come to the eukaryotic processes. So in post transcriptional processing we have to transcribe or to complete the modification to synthesize mature messenger RNA, to synthesize mature ribosomal RNA, and to synthesize transfer RNA. So many processes are required. So for processing messenger RNA there is addition of cap at 5'N. So 5-guanosine cap is added to the 5'N of the primary transcript. Then addition of poly-A tail, then AA adenosine is added at the 3'N. Then methylation of bases and ribosomes takes place. There is removal of non-coding regions, splicing is there. Mechanism of splicing is lariat formation is there. Then alternate splicing is there. Then differential tissue expression by alternate splicing takes place. Then alternate promoter utilization takes place, and then RNA is also edited there, and after that a mature messenger RNA is synthesized. For ribosomal RNA, they are synthesized from the RNA, large RNA only. So they are broken down into smaller RNAs like 28S RNA and so on. Some bases are modified, and 5S RNA is transcribed independently. This is transcribed from independently. Otherwise all other ribosomal RNA, they are synthesized by breaking into many different RNAs. Processing of transfer RNA, it requires cleavage of extra sequences, modification of base of and glycosidic bond is there, then addition of CCA sequence at the 3' end is there. Now post-transcriptional modification in eukaryotes, all eukaryotic RNA primary transcript undergo extensive processing, whether it be as a messenger RNA or as a component of translation machinery such as ribosomal RNA, 5S RNA, transfer RNA, or RNA processing machinery and small nuclear RNA, or all these are synthesized. Then processing occurs primarily within the nucleus. Processing is inside the nucleus and includes nucleolytic changes, cleavage to the smaller molecules and coupled nucleolytic and ligation reactions. Then the process of transcription, that is RNA processing and even RNA transport from the nucleus, are highly coordinated. Then some of the processes involved in the post-transcriptional modification of primary transcript, that is major. First we see about the ribosomal RNA. In mammalian cells, the 3 RNAs, ribosomal RNA molecules, are transcribed as a part of a single large precursor molecule, that is called as pre-ribosomal RNA. So ribosomal RNA is synthesized from pre-ribosomal RNA. That pre-ribosomal RNA is then divided into the rest 3 ribosomal RNAs. The precursor is subsequently processed in the nucleolus to provide the RNA component for the ribosome subunit found in the cytoplasm. So it takes place inside the nucleolus. Then 23S, 16S and 5S ribosomal RNA of prokaryotes are produced from a single RNA precursor molecule, are as the 28S, 18S and 5.8S RNA of eukaryotes. In the same way, the big ribosomal RNA, that is precursor or pre-ribosomal RNA, that is divided into 23S, 16S and 5S, and in this way in eukaryotes it is 28S, 18S and 5.8S RNA is cleared or cleaved from the large RNA, ribosomal RNA. Then eukaryotic 5S RNA, that is synthesized separately by polymerase 3, RNA polymerase 3. Then post-transcriptional modification we see here. Here you can see this is a long synthesized ribosomal RNA, pre-ribosomal RNA. Before that it was a primary transcript. That transcript was divided according to 16S ribosomal RNA, 23S ribosomal RNA and 5S ribosomal RNA, and in between you see this green color or sea green color, that is transfer RNA. So now ribosomal RNA are cut at specific and nucleotides are deleted from here and cleavage, and after further trimming the all 3 ribosomes are ribosomal RNA are synthesized. Then 28S and 18S and 5.8S RNA are synthesized from 45S precursor in eukaryotes, and eukaryotic 5S RNA it is synthesized separate from RNA polymerase 3. So you can see here that one after the transcription we have now pre-ribosomal RNA which has different, you can see regions are specified for 18S, 5.8S and 28S, and after that processing, that is cleavage, after that cleavage we have now 3 different RNAs. Then now come to the second, that is transfer RNA. So transfer RNA requires modification, you know that it serves as an adapter molecule for the translation of messenger RNA. into protein sequence. It changes only occurs it in protein sequence. Both eukaryotic and prokaryotic transfer RNA are made from longer precursor molecule that must be modified. So the first mechanism is splicing. An intron must be removed from anticodon loop. From anticodon loop, the introns are removed. Then trimming. Second process is trimming. The sequence at both 5' and 3' end molecules are trimmed. Then the base modification takes place. The transfer RNA contains many modifications of standard bases, that is adenosine, uracil, guanosine and cytosine, and including methylation, reduction, deamination and rearrangement and glycoside bond. Further modifications of transfer RNA molecule includes nucleotide alkylations. Then post-transcriptional modification, again the final with transfer RNA, it is CCA attachment. So at the 3' end, a characteristic CpCpAOH terminal, 3' end, a molecule of by the enzyme nucleotide transferase comes and which attaches this CCA amino acid there. Then at 3' end of A ribosome, at the point of attachment for the specific amino acid, that is to enter and the polymerization reaction of protein synthesis. So when protein synthesis takes place at 3' end where CCA sequence is there only the new amino acid is attached. This transfer RNA at the time of translation brings that amino acid to the unit, protein synthesizing unit. So the extra nucleotide at both 5' and 3' end, you can see these are all removed here, and this also. These are all removed, and at 3' end CCA sequence is added and removed, and an intron from an anticodon. From this you can see this much intron. They are removed from this anticodon loop, and the shape of complete transfer RNA clover leaf like structure appears. Then in prokaryotic organism, the primary transcript of messenger RNA encoding gene begin to serve as translational template even before their transcription has been completed. So this was the modification starting from messenger RNA. So messenger RNA is synthesized from the primary transcript by many methods. It requires a complex modifications. So in prokaryote there are no much modification, but in eukaryotes you see it undergoes an extensive processing before converting into mature messenger RNA. So the first process is 5' capping. So mammalian or eukaryotic messenger RNA molecule contain 7-methylguanosine cap structure at the 5' terminal. So at the 5' terminal 5-methylguanosine is attached, and the cap structure is added to the 5' end of the newly transcribed messenger RNA precursor in the nucleus prior to transport of the messenger RNA molecule to the cytoplasm. The 5' cap of the RNA transcript is required for efficient translation, initiation and protection of the 5' end of messenger RNA from attack of 5', 3', 5 to 3' exonucleases. Then eukaryotic messenger RNAs lacking the cap are not efficiently translated. So if that RNA which are not having cap, so they will have problem in the translation, that is protein synthesis process. Then the second step is addition of this. This picture shows this addition of 7-methylguanosine to the triphosphate, which is at the nitrogen base. This is the messenger RNA sequence. So these are the nucleotides attached, and this is the triphosphates which contains a head or cap of 7-methylguanosine. So the addition of guanosine triphosphate, part of the cap, is catalyzed by the nuclear enzyme guanylyl transferase. The enzyme is guanylyl transferase, and the methylation of terminal guanine occurs in the cytoplasm and is catalyzed by guanine 7-methyl transferase. Then S-adenosyl methionine is absent, which contains addition of methylation takes place because of this, because this is the donator. This is the donator of methionine. So methyl group comes from sign S. Then addition, the second, it is addition of poly-A tail after adding the head or capping. Then now comes to the addition of tail. So poly-A tail are added to the 3' end of messenger RNA molecule in post-transcriptional processing. The messenger RNA is first cleaved about 20 nucleotides downstream and from AAUAA recognition sequence. The another enzyme, that is poly-A polymerase, adds a poly-A tail, which is subsequently extended to as many as 200 adenosines are there. And poly-A tail appears to protect the 3' end of messenger RNA from 3'5' exonuclease attack. It protects from exonuclease attack. Then histone and interferons messenger RNA lack poly-A tail, and after messenger RNA enters the cytosol, the poly-A tail is gradually shortened. So this you can see here, these are poly-A tail added, that is the A molecule. You can see 5' cap, it is capping is there, and then cleavage 10 to 35 nucleotides is there, and downstream from AAU, then removal of introns, that is known as poly-A polymerase comes, introns or intervening sequences are the RNA sequences and are the RNA sequences which do not code for the proteins. So these are the introns which do not code for any proteins, so which do not code for proteins. These introns hence are to be removed from the primary transcript in the nucleus, and exons, which are the coding sequence, they are joined together to form a messenger RNA molecule, and in this way this messenger RNA is then transported. So here you can see the capping is there, then poly-A tail is added, and you see the introns are to be removed. These are the introns in between which are non-coding sequences, so they have to be removed, and exons are added, and these exons are added to form a mature messenger RNA. Then the steps of splicing are as follows. The first is role of small nuclear RNA and spliceosome. So the molecular machine that accomplishes the task of splicing is known as spliceosome. This spliceosome consists of the primary transcript, that is 5 small nuclear RNA, U1, U2, U4, U5 and U6, and more than 60 proteins are there. Collectively this forms small ribonucleoprotein that is known as SNRNP complex. Sometimes it is also called SNRP or SNRNPs. These SNRPs are thought to position the RNA segment for the necessary splicing or cutting reaction. These facilitate the splicing of exon segment by forming base pair with the consensus sequence at each end of the intron. Then these are the sequence, you can see that here this is exon, so this will be added, this intron, these are extra nucleotides which are to be removed. Then it will be AGG, so it will be added likely. These are reasonably conserved sequences at each of the 2 exon intron. These are splice junctions, these are known as splice junctions. Now you can see these introns are collected and they are removed like this. This is known as spliceosome, which is a balloon like shape, and it is removed here, and these are SNRNPs which help to remove this spliceosome, and in this way the cutting of introns takes place and the mature messenger RNA is synthesized. The mechanism of now excision of introns, what we saw the diagram now. The binding of small nuclear RNP is small, brings the sequences of the neighboring exon into the correct alignment of for splicing. At the 2-OH group of adenosine residue in the introns takes and forms a phosphodiester bond with the phosphate at the 5' end of the intron. The newly fed 3' end of the upstream exon 1 and then forms a phosphodiester bond with the 5' end of downstream of exon 2. So the exon 1, you can see spliceosome is there, and you can see this, it binds with the other exon, okay, one exon, the OH of 1, 3' and the 5' it binds together to form a messenger RNA or mature messenger RNA. The excised or the cutted, what is the introns which is removed is released as a lariat. This is known as lariat structure, which is degraded after removal of all the introns. The mature messenger RNA molecule leave the nucleus by passing it into the cytosol through pores into the nuclear